You see, during a short break in her relationship with David, Adrianna briefly dated Tim. And when she reunited with David, that's when she discovered she was pregnant. This is her story.
All my life, I've wanted to be a mother. I even suffered 4 miscarriages in the process of trying. I am so happy that it finally happened, but I never knew that it would come at such a price. Around the time I got pregnant, my boyfriend David and I, we were on a break. And during that same time is when I slept with Tim. Even though I was with Tim as well, I have always believed David is my son Landon's father. After I had my son Landon, David and I had got back together, and he's the one that's been raising him. David is an amazing father, and I love him so much. David never asked for a DNA test until 2 months ago, and it was all because Tim opened his big mouth and started going around town saying that Landon looked like him. David told me that if Landon is not his, he's gonna leave.
Okay. So who do you believe is Landon's father?
Maury, I believe David is my son's father. He's been there from day one. Tim's done nothing for him.
What's he done that Tim hasn't?
David was there at the birth. He's been there throughout the pregnancy. He even cut the umbilical cord. Tim's a deadbeat.
And Tim didn't say anything about this, then all of a sudden he says that he could be the father?
Yeah, he's been going around town bragging, saying that Landon looks like him. And
who do you think Landon looks like?
Look at this, Maury. He's got David's nose, his eyes, his forehead, his hairline, his mouth. He looks nothing like Tim. Nothing.
Everybody's got to understand this, because it's not like Tim stepped in, you know, and cut David out of this. You and David were going together, you broke up.
Mm-hmm.
He suggested, why don't you date my friend Tim? Is that right?
Yeah, Maury, it is right. He said, Adrianna, I have somebody that you should try get with.
I mean, when you all broke, you didn't think you would get back together, right?
No, I didn't really think that we'd get back together because he was with someone else, too.
Okay. So then you started dating Tim, right?
Yes.
Okay. For how long?
It was like a couple of months, actually.
Couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
How did you and David get back together?
After my son was born in the hospital. We got back together.
Who was there for the pregnancy?
David. David went to doctor's appointments. David made sure that I ate. David made sure I was through everything.
So in other words, you all weren't together when you were pregnant. He was just there for the baby. Is that right?
Yes, Maury.
He thought he was the father?
Yeah, he
during
believed
your
that
pregnancy.
he believed he was the father up until 2 months ago.
So he didn't want any DNA tests, did he?
No. He didn't, not until Tim wanted to go around saying that Landon looked like him.
Well, guess what? We're going to meet David, who you're currently with, right? And he's raising this as his son. Mm-hmm. We're going to meet him a little bit. But first, I want to meet the guy who created this ruckus. Here is Tim. Tim, come on out. Tim, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Maury.
Okay.